Welcome to my TV studio. Today I'm going to show you how the magic happens. Actually, there is no magic. It's a really simple setup that I'm using because it needs to be idiot proof because I'm an idiot. So if I can do it, everyone can. Let's start with the technical stuff. There is naturally a camera, no surprise, right there. And there is sound. The camera is my Fujifilm X-T3, one of them. And it's just sitting on an old cheap tripod that I have. And the lens at the moment on it is the 23 F2. It's a nice fast autofocus, and I simply have the camera on face detection so that it just kind of locks onto where I am. And this works totally perfect here because there's plenty of light hitting my face. Another lens that's great is the 18-55 zoom lens. I also sometimes use that. I don't have a screen for the X-T3, so I can't actually see at all what's going on right now, and maybe that's a good thing, but it is at least still kind of handy to know, where the framing is so that I can do more of this stuff and still stay in the frame. So I'm getting a screen for it. That's really it for the camera side of it. It's a very simple setup and it works really well. In terms of the sound, you can see on the camera it's a Sennheiser wireless system. So there's a receiver sitting in the hot shoe and it just has a cable that goes down to the mic in. Super simple, and there's one button on it to turn it on and to pair it with the transmitter, and that's the one that I have on me. Connects to the lav mic, and as you can see the lav mic is right here. It's quite visible, and I don't really care about that because it's just, me, Flemming the Idiot TV channel going on. So I don't really care. I just care about getting nice audio without sort of getting my shirt or everything else caught in this very sensitive, very good microphone. There are plenty of ways to hide the lav microphone, and I am going to look into some of the tutorials online and try it out simply to learn how to do it in case I need to film someone where I have to hide it. But for these, I'm just keeping it simple, idiot-proof, and I don't care that you can see my microphone. I just care that you can hear me and have decent, clear sound. And that's it for the sound. Again, it's super simple and it sounds really nice and clear, and it's really, really easy to set up and operate. I love this system. So we got sound and we got a picture and we got a talking head. So, those are basically the three main ingredients for my videos. Then we need a location. And as you can see, I've made this kind of nice framing in my friend Malte's flat where I'm living at the moment. And I've decorated it with some books and stuff. And I'm lucky enough that I can just have this permanent setup. A little tip for setting up the background. I use the Fujifilm Remote App on my phone, because that way you can see the framing from the camera and you can just place stuff. I don't trigger the recording from the remote app because it takes over all the settings inside the camera. So you can't actually film in 4K and stuff when you're triggering it from the phone, which is something that I would love to do because it actually works well as a remote monitor. It would be wonderful as a little feature request if it's possible. Make the app just a wireless monitor with a trigger. That's all I need from it. So we got this good location, a nice table, and then we need light. I don't have any light, but fortunately there's a big light outside, the sky. It's a beautiful light, and there's a huge window here. And I'm just sitting at sort of a 45-degree angle to the window, so the light kind of wraps around my face, and it's pretty good and even all day long until in the evenings where the sun actually comes over on this side of the building. So that takes care of the light, except I can't film at night. For that, I would need an actual light. Maybe I'll get one of those at some point. So again, it's just super simple. I'm just using available light. And I think now we're at what is probably still the most important point. Once you've gotten past the fact that you need to be able to kind of see what I'm doing, especially you need to be able to hear what I'm saying, then there needs to be content. There needs to be stories. And these I do kind of write, maybe not full scripts for them, but I do have my little notebooks. There's a little, sort of cue points for me. And sometimes for some of the longer videos, I do need to practice these takes a little bit. But I've come to the conclusion that I'm just recording all the practice takes because sometimes they're the best. And I used to record a couple of drafts on my phone, and then sometimes the drafts would be like, that's perfect. Why didn't I record it for real? So you get to see a reasonably coherent, nice 5-minute take, and there was actually 15 minutes of the idiot going on and on, trying to nail this in one take. So most of the videos that you see are actually one take, but they are quite heavily edited. You can tell by some of the jump cuts, which I'm fine with, and I hope you are too. Otherwise, well, it's not gonna get much better, maybe a little bit, but I'm not a TV host and it's not live and I don't have a teleprompter, so I edit. And that's pretty much it for now for my vlogging setup. I do look forward to getting a screen on the X-T3. My X-T4 is just one on loan from Fujifilm Nordic, and it's perfect for this because it has a screen. So I have used it for a couple of videos as well, but you don't need it. You can still just talk at the camera once you get used to it. It doesn't matter that you can't see yourself, and you can just frame it a bit wide like I do. And this whole really thing came about because I had to do the first video for Fujifilm, the one about making your portfolio. And I've been thinking about doing this. And with all the COVID-19 lockdown and everything, which is still happening, and nothing is happening in my industry, which is music, concerts, and all kinds of commercial event photography. And all of that is still completely shut down. So I had time to learn how to do this and mug around with it and do a little setup, but it's still really super simple. And it's something that you can easily replicate if you want to try it yourself. And then just have fun with it. I think that's all for now. That's my vlogging setup, and I will see you next time.